Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to my hometown Aprilivka. Now today I thought I'd do something a little bit hectic and a little bit crazy. I want to go see the ice hockey. Now it's currently 5:15 p.m. The train is in about 2 minutes, going to come right behind me here, and we're going to go see the game at Balashikha Stadium. I'm not actually sure who the two teams are playing. The game starts at 7:30 and we're gonna go. Just for a point of interest, that train isn't my train. That's also going to Moscow, but it's going a slightly different route. And my train should be here literally within about a minute or so. Now I know it's very loud. Some people love train content. Now there is actually 7 platforms here. There is another train leaving just there as well. And then another train is going in the other direction further south. So we're going to wait for our train and jump on it in a minute or two when it turns up. This is the train we want to get on. Now I'm actually going to get on the first carriage because I'm going to get off at the head of the train when we get to Kiev railway station. So nice and easy. We're going to get on this train right here and then head on in to Moscow. Let's go. Ooh, there's lots of empty seats, which is nice. It's nice and toasty warm in here. We're going to enjoy our ride to Moscow. The train we're going to catch is actually an express train that goes directly to Kiev railway station, which is close to the center of Moscow. We're only going to have 4 stops, which is very nice. Bypasses quite a lot of stations, and it gets you into Moscow much quicker. And then we're going to have to catch 2 metros, or 2 underground trains, and then a bus to get there, which is not that far. So yeah, let's go. So we've made it to Kiev railway station, and the driver just switched the lights off. This is the main hall of the station. It's a very big arrival hall now. The long distance trains depart from the other side. You can see one of the 2-story trains right there. We're going to actually go through the passageway here and we're going to get on to the metro. We're now in the metro station of Kiev railway station, and being Friday night, there is a lot of people heading on home or heading somewhere, and this is very normal, particularly in rush hour in Moscow. There's a lot of people wanting to get the metro, a very busy train station to transit through. However, as long as you know the way, you're all good. If you've watched any metro videos before, you'll know they've got the very long, deep stations, and this is no different. They've actually got 2 escalators coming up and 1 down because of the rush hour time right now. And all the people taking the left-hand express way down to the platform. I'm going to be taking the left-hand expressway down because I want to try to catch up a few minutes to get to my destination. So as long as I keep walking, I'm all good. And this is the beautiful Kiev metro station. This is actually a very beautiful station to passage through. Let me find which direction I need to go. And just like that, I'm actually on the first of 2 metro trains I need to catch. This is the brown line. And then I'm not too sure. I think I need to catch the purple line after this. So I need to catch my breath a little too from running down the escalator stairs. I need to go to Taganskaya metro station to change lines. So we've got about 9 minutes according to the map right here. It's very smart, the metro. It tells you how quickly the stations come up. And we're actually in one of the new modern Moscow 2019 trains, I think. These are very beautiful, nice and quiet. They're climate controlled. Although everybody looks like they're freezing in their jackets, but it's very cold outside today. We've made it to the next metro station. This is Taganskaya. You can see now how quickly people start moving when they're getting on and off the metros. And we need to change, not to the purple line, to the yellow line. I was a little bit confused for a minute. You can see how many people on Friday afternoon catching the train home. I just need to make sure I make my left-hand turn just here. to head up the steps to the next train. I was trying to rush to catch the previous train, but it just left. However, the next train is in 40 seconds. So at most rush hour times in Moscow, they run about every 90 seconds, maybe up to 2.5 minutes. Now you can see everybody getting on a certain carriage to make it easy when they get off at the next station or wherever they go to. We just have to wait another few seconds and we'll be on the next metro train. So I made it on the metro. This is a little bit of an older train. It's a little bit louder too, but gets you there just as well. We've only got 4 stations to go on this yellow line train, and then we can catch the bus after that. So it is quite a journey. It's a lot quicker on camera than it is in real life because I'm skipping a few parts to make it a little bit quicker for the video. After a short second metro ride, my train is just about to leave just here, and I now need to find exit number 5. Everything is very easy and very clear to get in and out of the metro. You just have to spend a few minutes pre-planning and you're good. We're going to head up this very short escalator and find the exit. And just like that, exit number 5. And we'll be at the street level. And we need to find a bus then to the stadium. Nice and easy. Much quieter here out in the suburbs. Not as many people as there were at the center stations. Now I have been to this station before, but not recently. They actually have trams here as well. Fortunately, we're not catching a tram today. We need to find where is the bus stop. So I made it to the stadium after a short 20-minute bus ride. Now it was a little bit hectic on the bus, so I didn't film. It's just too difficult to blog and catch a bus and transfer to and from places. I've got my ticket to get in. We're going to literally just head on inside and we'll be good. I think it's just a matter of just scanning the ticket and okay, there we go, and we're good. Thank you so much. Thanks. Now I've never been to this stadium before. I've actually not been to this part of Moscow where we are particularly, so let's head on inside and find where to go. I need to find block A3, then it's row 8, seat 6. And from what I understand, it's right through here. And have a look, we're at Russian ice hockey. Wow, actually look, we're actually here a few minutes late, but it's really not a problem. And have a look how close we are. There's are they judges or umpires? I'm not too sure. Right there. And what a stadium, really and truly. I'm sitting so close, or I will be in a minute. There's no goals being scored, so that's good. We've not missed anything. Let's find my seat. Of course, I just missed the goal. However, I think the home team must have scored. Wow, I've just sat down, it's incredibly loud. And everybody, very happy, I think. Actually, just to be very honest, I don't actually know the 2 teams who are playing. They're doing a replay of the goal. Oh, top corner, what a goal. I wish I could tell you what's going on. However, I'm not fully aware of the rules in ice hockey. I know they're shooting one way or the other. That's about it. It's very simple if you know the rules, of course. However, there's a lot of changes in the forwards and defense when you're watching the game, and it's really hard to keep up with. And it's still a pretty cool sport to come and see live. And if I could just know the rules, it would be even better. So it's the end of the first period, and right now they've got the Zambonis out cleaning the ice. Pretty sure they're the same machine here in Russia as they are anywhere in the world. And there is an intermission now of about 17 minutes between the end of the first period and the start of the next period. I do know a little bit of the rules, but it's really not as much as other sports. It's a very nice stadium, let me tell you. And I understand it's actually the local team, of course, is from Moscow region where we are, and they're playing against a team from Minsk, Belarus. So we're going to go for a little bit of a break and see if we can find something to drink and relax for a few minutes. The few things I don't love about coming to Russian sport is the music that they play over the PA, and it's always so incredibly loud. I mean, it creates an atmosphere. It makes everybody happy, but sometimes it's just difficult to talk over it. And coming to the ice hockey, this is very much a family-friendly sport and an event to come to. Lots of kids, lots of parents. It's not the same kind of a atmosphere when you come to the football. Now, this is much more closer to the players as well, because the stadiums are much smaller, of course. But it's such a nice feeling coming to the hockey here. I actually have the merchandise store inside the stadium, which is really nice. And lots of people looking for a new t-shirt or a scarf. And very easy place to walk into. Literally every possible type of hat for the local team that you can imagine. And just have to find your perfect fit and you're good. I think probably about 95% of the people that are here at this stadium are locals that are supporting the local team versus the away team, being that it's from Belarus. Maybe there are some locals from Moscow who are supporting the team who came to make the trip to the stadium. One question I do have for everybody, and if you can settle it for me, that would be very nice in the comments. Did I come to hockey because I'm in Russia, or did I come to ice hockey because that's the word that we call it in other countries, like in Australia? We do actually have field hockey in Australia, and also there is some ice hockey, but very limited playing of it. So let me know, am I calling it hockey or should I call it ice hockey? So between the periods of the hockey, they've got some different things set up, and they've got a punching bag set up here, and I don't want to put him off. However, perhaps he could win a prize. And everybody's gathered around, and there's a measurement that comes up on the side right there. And this gentleman's very into it, I think. Nice. They also have a band playing, which is a little bit loud again, but it's okay. It's definitely very festive when you come to the hockey. It's very different from the football. And for anybody that's been to hockey in other countries, let me know, is it this simple and this easy to attend a match? Wow. This must be the team mascot, I think. Okay, it's awfully loud. Let's see if we can see them playing right there. The one thing that I don't think is different anywhere in the world when you come to sport between the periods or the halves in the match is the lines to get food and drink. And the one thing that you can do at the ice hockey here is you can get beer on tap, which is very nice. And you literally just have to pay for it right there at the counter, tap your card, and you can have beer at the ice hockey. Now, at the football in Russia, there is no alcohol served at all. It's completely dry at the whole stadium. So this is one thing that's nice about the hockey, I think. It's a little bit more family friendly. They do have hot dogs or sausages in bread right there, which look really nice. Not sure if you can hear the background music now. I've just changed the microphone settings, but they're actually playing AC/DC here, which is a very well-known Australian band. And one of their lead singers is actually from the same town where I'm from in Australia. There's a nice piece of trivia for you. You're wondering how loud it gets? The crowd is definitely getting into it. Bit of a short break for a second while they clear the ice again. It's a very fast sport, I must admit. It's very interesting. It's not like football where it's a little bit slower, there's more tactics. This is up and down the ice very quickly as they get underway again. And the music playing. I've got a great seat here. I'm literally only a few rows from the actual rink itself. And I couldn't ask for more out of a ticket to come to a sporting event. Another goal's just been scored. Now I'm not seeming to catch them every time. However, the home team is very happy. The score is currently 4-2 in favour of the home team. So the home team fans are very happy. And I almost caught that goal. Not quite, but they're playing some very well-known Western music at the same time. The players and locals are very happy with the score right now. I thought I'd come outside for a few minutes. It's now the end of the second period, and just give you my thoughts about coming to the ice hockey. It's actually really easy to get a ticket. You can literally buy them right here at the stadium. Of course, you can buy them online. I plan to come here about 3 hours before the game, and literally about 20 minutes before I started the video back at my home train station. So I am a little bit of a last-minute kind of person when it comes to events like this. However, it's fairly easy to come to once you figure out the trains and buses and where the actual stadium is. I know if I come here again, I know how easy it is to get here. And it's really very comfortable in the stadium. Everyone's wearing their jackets, of course. It's not as cold as if you went to an ice skating arena. Now, of course, you know, it's still cool inside, but it's very comfortable. I think it's almost heated to a point, and it's very easy to sit there. I've not even got my jacket zipped up, so you can see how warm it is, or not cold it is. And the actual area where I'm outside here, there's literally just houses right by the stadium. So if you live across the road, how handy is that to come to the ice hockey? So yeah, it's really a very interesting sport to come to after going to the football so many times. I have been to the ice hockey back, I think 2 years ago, and maybe about 5 years ago, well before I started YouTube. So it's just super nice to come to and experience it. And it's really interesting looking at the roster of players. There is a lot of Canadian and American players on both teams. And I didn't realize there was that many that would be playing in these leagues. However, it's considered one of the better leagues in the world for ice hockey, after I think perhaps the American Ice Hockey League. They say it's actually the strongest league in Europe. So that's also interesting as well. And you can actually see from the names on the back of the players' shirts, all of the more traditional Western names. So it's just interesting how many Americans and Canadians are actually playing here in Russia or playing in Belarus. So this is actually the outside of the stadium. I didn't catch this as we walked in. I literally grabbed the ticket and then went straight in the entrance. So this is Balashikha Stadium, or Ice Arena Balashikha. I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. I know the name of the place very well, but no matter how many times I tried to pronounce it, I'd mess it up. There is no snow on the ground right now. We did have some snow last night. Because of the warmer weather, it melts very quickly. You can see these actual really nice apartment buildings right across the road. It looks like pretty much everybody is home. You can see all the lights on. And this nice precinct right here by the stadium. And there is actually a main highway only about 5 minutes walk from here, so it'll be nice and easy for me to get home. Just need to walk to the bus stop. I'm going to catch a bus, 2 metros, and then a train to eventually get home. But I think it's more than worth it. One more goal! So it's now 5-4 to the home team.
and for a minute I thought it was going to go to extra time, but it's not, and the fans seem very happy about that. Really, wow. Nice. Very fast. The game changes from one side to the other. There isn't a lot of grudges held in ice hockey. It's very high scoring. There's a bell that comes out of the middle of the TV screens right there. And again, the very familiar music playing. Nice. We will not rock you. Just to update you on the score here, so it's currently 5-4 in favor of the away team, or Dinamo Minsk. So the previous goal was disallowed, and then Dinamo actually scored. So for a minute, the local team was leading, and now they're behind. And there's just over 2 minutes left in the third period. I keep wanting to say third quarter, but I think they don't say that in ice hockey. And they're underway again. And it's very fast, the game. I mean, I love it for that it's up and down, and it's a lot quicker than other sports. But you've really got to keep an eye on what's going on because of the rules and the stoppages that they have continuously. So it's full time at the Russian ice hockey, and the Belarus team ended up winning 6-4 in the end. And there was a very late goal in the last 2 seconds, which wasn't very well expected. However, it was still a good game. Unfortunately, the home team didn't win today. You can actually see a few of the Minsk supporters in the blue. Basically blue versus red, the two team colors. And now everybody's shaking hands and thanking their supporters. And it's been a great game, it really truly has. It's very fun to come to the ice hockey. It's a very quick sport, and I'll keep saying that because it really is. And it's a very family-friendly event to come to. All of the players from both teams thanking everybody for attending. It's amazing when you first walk in and you don't notice all the away fans, and then at the end, when they've won, they're all sticking around at the end. Actually, you can see a Belarus flag up on the far grandstand over there as well. Then all the different countries' flags represented in the Russian Hockey League are up on the wall right there also. As everybody files out of the stadium, there was about 3,000 people in attendance, just maybe a few people under 3,000. They did actually flash up the attendance on the screen. And for a small stadium, I'm not sure what the capacity is. I think it might be somewhere around 5,000, perhaps. It was actually very nice. And the fact that the match started at 7:30 and you can head on out and be home in a reasonable time. Sounds like there's a few Dinamo fans suddenly here. And of course, there is a few local Dinamo football teams that are local to this area. However, this is a team from Belarus. So I'm not too sure if they're Belarusians or they're actually probably people that live in Moscow who support the local team. So it's really interesting.
We believe next.
All I have to do from here now is try to find the bus stop that will take me back to the metro station. Now, I think it's probably on the opposite side of the street of where I came to. So if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up. Let's not get in the way of any traffic. Let me know in the comments what you think it was like. For me, it's very family friendly. It's a very nice, calm event to come to. There's a car right here with Belarus license plates. So maybe all the Belarusians came out today especially. Yeah, if you want me to go to any other type of sport, I will do my best to
come and attend. Maybe I just need to get off the road at least and get on the path. Might be a sensible thing to do. Yeah, it was really interesting. Definitely a different sport to attend than coming to see football. Now I need to go to the basketball and the volleyball, and then I can really experience Russian sport. So yeah, I think this might be the end of the video. I've got about 2.5 hours to get home from here, but a few different forms of transport and I'll be home very easily. Lots of people obviously have driven here. There's lots of cars coming out of the nearby streets. And I just need to find which way the bus stop is. That's the only thing. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Telegram, there's a link right here. I did post a few photos tonight. And you can let me know what you think if you join me on Telegram. If you want to see another video on the channel, click this link. There'll be something interesting for you to watch right after this one. Thanks everybody. I'm off on another adventure. Bye.